Hello, and welcome back to episode 53 of Let's Play Horizon Zero Dawn. So, we are about to finish one major quest line here, and well, I'm sorry to say this is probably going to be more or less the end of our stay here in the Frozen Wilds DLC. But well, we got some more stuff to actually do here. So I will be moving around. We got some side quests and such that I will go through you all. And yeah. Um, also, we got 3 skill points. So this skill is actually very good. But as I believe I told you guys before, it's also a close range skill. Like that distance on the picture he's shooting at is more or less max distance you can actually shoot and make sure all 3 arrows actually hit the target. So it's basically you turning your bow into a shotgun. Anyhow, uh, this skill will be useful very soon. And also this skill will be very useful. So I am actually going to grab this one at this time. Unless Hoarder increases resource. Ooh. Oh, wow. Uh, there. Um, hmm. Now, we actually do. I'm going with this skill at this time. But this is also a somewhat good skill, but it can wait. We just have to manage our inventory. Also, if we look in our, not our notebook, in our inventory, under this special items, we will see that we got a lot of blue glam. And this mission, or this quest that we are on right now, will give us even more blue glam. So we might be able to actually buy a new weapon when we are down here. So yeah, let's keep on moving instead of just stay around here. And I just realized I don't have any arrows. The bow that we. Matter of fact, we are kind of low on a lot of arrows here. Bombs. I am not going to reload that because it uses a lot of materials that we. So let's continue up here. And basically follow the markers. And I'm not going to lie, but this game is big. Not quest-wise necessarily.
Someone hacked the menu board to display obscene messages about our colleague, Mr. Blevins. Is this the most advanced geological project ever undertaken, or a junior high locker room? None, people.
What the boring guy? Ranks or what makes the place
All
good?
of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Anything? Oh, come on. Oh, there's an animal figurine in here. No wonder I didn't find it the last time.
Huh. A little figure of some strange animal.
Kenny and I don't need to fight about the laundry, so instead we fight about incommensurability and restrictions on machine intelligence.
Okay, that was a short one. Anything else here? Nor do my focus. So I go down to the computer and talk to her.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleague, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
You meant a lot to Araya.
once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Araya's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you.
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So, there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while, at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
What do you think Hephaestus is exactly?
A software entity of great complexity, far more advanced than I am. From the beginning, it has demonstrated a singular focus: the construction of machines designed to hunt and kill humans. My trace routes indicate that to accomplish this goal, it has attempted to take over the manufacturing centers you refer to as cauldrons. But its efforts have only been partially successful. Some it can penetrate. Others have robust countermeasures that frustrate its efforts. In me, however, it found an easier target. Not only could it break my defenses, I also controlled all of Firebreak's resources. Raw material, manufacturing to bootstrap more advanced tools, and unlimited geothermal energy.
Enough to build its own cauldron.
Yes, to construct hunter-killers without external limitations. And yet, it does have internal limitations. It wants to kill humans, but not to exterminate them. It is difficult to understand where it draws the line and why,
Difficult doesn't even begin to cover it.
even though I spent years as its unwilling servitor. Its core programming remains a mystery to me.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Aurea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
I would. Because at heart, you want to be honest, right?
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Alright, let's keep on moving. Right. So let's... Wow, we played for quite a while. Talk to Orator.
My chieftain,
Just, Aloy.
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Aurea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Aurea would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
Because of her, we destroyed the cauldron, forced out the daemon, and saved the spirit. She understood what had to be done.
Yes, and I failed to listen.
You didn't fail.
A shaman should always have the ear of their chieftain. Yet I turned her away, my own sister. I was foolish, but she knew better. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, Fire Claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
There we go. Alright. So, we got some gifts here. Start with this one. Weapon coil and outfit weave. And got 15 of those. So of course this token. And we got 2 new skill points, so it's going up fast, I would say. Alright, let's head back. There I am. So let's head back here, actually. Upgrade our gear. And maybe even buy a new weapon. Alright, and we can now override Fireclaw, Wrapper, and other thing. So, let's talk to this lady here.
Found the part. Ready to fix up that weapon?
I am always ready to fix up a weapon.
Never thought I'd be glad to see the inside of a Thunderjaw's mouth.
I sure am. Every machine's a big box of tools. Once they stop trying to kill you, that is. Trust me, Aloy. You won't recognize this ice rail when I'm through. There. Oh, she's perfect. A spear's a spear, right? Poke slash done. Boring. I adjusted the chill water flow, rebalanced here, strapped on a launcher, and now she shoots freezing spikes. Ta-da!
You weren't kidding.
More beautiful, more powerful. That's my guarantee.
Right, and improved Forge
I've got what you
Fire.
asked for. Show me what you had in mind for the Forge Fire.
Finally! Was feeling like I neglected her, and that's a little too close to my family life. She's done, and she's yours. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Looks great. I almost expected you to turn it into a burning ropecaster or something.
Nah, she was close to perfect from the start. She's a Varja original, after all.
If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
Shaman once who drank machine.
There we go, and
Banished him.
so our gear got upgraded, and what that actually means is you can actually shoot projectiles now instead of just being, in this case, a flamethrower, or this case, an ice throw. So yeah, these are actually two very good, and doing lots of damage. So let's make a few of these. Go. And crafting. And I need blaze. So I guess we need to buy some blaze before I can ammo. See, do we have anything in here we can upgrade? Go. That one is fully upgraded. And need some owl bones. That one. Fish bones and goat skin. So, yeah. Here we go.
I've never traveled further south than the Great.
Switch to that weapon, and let's go and talk to this shopkeeper over here. Oh, I have for him. So, wow. Wow, we are missing one blue gem. Damn, that sucks. Maybe if we are lucky we can get one from this one. But you guys probably know me and my luck. That was right. So, got some blue glam over here next to the cap. Unfortunately, I can't actually fast travel. Let's mark those. And there. Alright. How far is that? 140 something something. So just run over there. Some flowers.
These are helpful. Bitter though.
More flowers. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Demonic Frostclaw. Good thing is he's actually running away from me.
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
Oh, I remember. Can maybe up here. I'll get up there. First of all, see. Right, so that's where we should get up there somehow. But okay, so I feel I need to Oh.
A quick way down.
That way. Uh, there you are. Alright. So sometimes it's actually can be pretty hard actually get to places you actually have to more or less running circles. There we go. Feel like I need to get even higher. Alright. I hear them. Oh my god. That was lucky.
Calm, calm. I think I'm in the clear.
Bli med don't see. So that's where we are, and we need to get down.
Now they're hunting me.
God damn it. Alright. So, take that. Alright. Try that again. Wow. We already moved past our time. I wonder though. Right. Oh, there they are. So, how do I get up there? Yeah. This way? Ah, come on. There we go. Oh. Looks like I can actually... There we go.
This blue gleam will make some shaman happy.
Right. And one more. Down there. I see. Unfortunately, I can't actually see last one is. And oh, there is something there. There it is.
Might regret this.
There we go. So we got all of them right here. So before we end this episode, let's teleport back and pick up that quest that we can pick up here, and I should be able to.
Mad Sun King put us through, we were meant to trust him.
Alright, so we can buy the Banuk Striker Bow. Get that one. Fit this particular slot. And yeah, like every other Banuk weapon, you can actually sell stuff and actually upgrade. Before we sell some stuff here that I think those sell anything else. Wrapper level 5. Enough. We got quite a few watch lenses. And echo shells I'm going to keep because them to the other stuff here, but it's flowers that we picked. Sell that. Yeah, I feel like that's so sell all that. There we go. And else sell all this green shit. Ever use stuff. That's it. We only have potions. Alright. Now, our next thing I want to buy is actually this particular armor here. Cost 18 blue gem. We haven't used sneaking armor much in
This ain't Meridian.
In this game. So I feel like we really don't need much. So what there, that one, and add damage. Damage. Tear. I don't. And handling. 60% handling. Wow. I'll put that on. Right.
There's a place where every need is met. No wonder.
Now comes to weapons. Don't need this one anymore. Sell that. We got the Banuk power shot. We got the champion's bow. So yeah, I feel like we are done here. So in the next episode, we will pick up some more quests and some side quests. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any episodes. I will be back again tomorrow, and yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. So tomorrow, from the day, actually, yeah, tomorrow, or I'm not sure if it's today or tomorrow this this video comes up. I think it actually might be today. If that's the case, yeah, ask any questions and I will definitely take them out in the next episode, so you all know. So until next time, stay safe out there.